Hi YouTube, how y'all doing today? I'd like to welcome you first. Check out what I'm going to start referring to as Turner's Campground. A little campsite here and added some rocks, so as time goes we'll try to set it up more. Well, alright, well thanks again for coming, guys and gals. Today we're going to talk about Dave Canterbury's canteen setup. And I'm going to add this to it. Maybe also could be used as a EDC pack. Here's my take on with the Dave Canterbury canteen setup. I did a little something extra here. I added some straps to it, hooked it to the D-rings. I know the D-rings are a pretty heavy duty D-ring plastic. I can just put something in here to fix it so it'll, if it does break, it's okay. Alright, let's look in here right quick and see what we got going. Got my dip can fire starters. If you're just now watching, go check out my very first one. You can see how I used it and how it works and so forth. Got a little knife, kind of following with the 5C rule. This is a Jeff White knife. Really enjoy it. Great knife. Just all around perfect. I've had this for a while. Didn't know quite where to put it or what to do with it when I got the kit and the pouch. I thought this is going to be perfect. One other little thing here I decided to throw in. This is what we call a fishing yo-yo. Now basically the fishing yo-yo, just real quick, it allows you to fish without having to stand there with a rod. This way I can fish and continue to set up camp and shelter, etc. Alright, that's all I got in the backpack, in the back of the pack. We'll do these right here. I added these. These did not come with the set. Just some military issue bags. Also I'd like to add, this has Molly. And Molly attachments on each side. These are just saddlebags, I call them. And sticking with the 5Cs, we're going to talk about shelter. Just got a simple 2-man bivy SOL for shelter. Great little kit. The fishing kit's got some fishing line, fishing hooks, some weights, got a few other things in it. Wrapped it up with some heavy duty Gorilla tape. Fishing kit that goes with and can go with my yo-yo. I will not go through all of this, but this is my first aid kit. Well, there again, it kind of goes back to you pack what you need. I like to have more than enough. I have just a little bit of everything. Band-aids is probably more than most people, but hey, each to their own. This little sport thing, it did come with it, but I'll have another in here, titanium. Come to the other side, got me a flashlight. This here is keep a little fat wood, or as we call in the South, kindling. Keep alcohol in this. Have me a alcohol stove. It's not the Trangia, it's the aftermarket one, but really good product if you don't want to do a full-blown fire. Alright, let's get into the main pack here. Have me some gloves. Never can go wrong with gloves. We'll go with the first part of the pack. Just got a simple little pocket knife here. Now this right here is my Altoid can. Got a hole. Got my little flint and steel. Got some char cloth. And I can also take 100% cotton and make more char cloth out of this as well. So that's kind of my primitive fire setup. You can't have enough fire, ways to make fire, as far as a C, as part of the C, combustion. The rule of thumb is 1 is none, 2 is 1, 3, you got it done. All right, in the front of the pack, titanium spork. Another little something I made, a little Altoid can, just a little bitty candle, just something I put together when I did my dip can fire starters. But you got a lighter. Also wrapped it with duct tape. This did come with the pack, glow in the dark. It does work well. Ferro rod. Everybody knows what this is. It goes with the kit. Helps you hold your pots over the fire, etc. So, and I guess you could use it for what it was for, fish spreader. Help get my hooks out or whatever. So it's a multi-tool. Can never go wrong with multi-tools of any kind. This also came with the kit. One of Dave's Canterbury. Just open it up. It's got several in there. I've tried one that worked really well. Enjoyed it. And also, just a side note, once you get through with these, you've got yourself a tin, and you can actually make char cloth with this. I'm sure that's why Dave and his guys set this up. Great idea. Cordage. I've got about roughly 25 feet here of just some bank line, and can be used in many ways. I choose the bank line because if I did have to make a bow drill, it tends to do better using this type of cordage. It's lighter weight. You can pack more than you can in paracord, the 550. So I choose this for this particular setup. And that's all for that. So let's get to the goodies. Now this is empty because I'm just showing it. There's many YouTube videos on this, but I like how they did, instead of just doing an O-ring, they did a ring around the whole part, therefore it's sealed. So far, like I said, I've been carrying it now about a month. Wanted to have some time with it before I did a review of it, but so far I'm really enjoying it. So far it's worked well. I keep the top off just to keep it aired out, doesn't get a mildewy smell, sealed up, gives it a chance to really dry. Pull this out, set this aside. Came with the canteen holder, which I really enjoy. It's really nice as far as carrying it if I don't want to carry the bag. I know the other day I was cutting some grass and just kind of set it up. Was able to hook the molly strap toward the part of the tractor there, and was able to have plenty of water. And also I was able to put large full-size cubes of ice in here, sealed it up, stayed cold the whole time until I had it drank up. We got some sides here. Don't have anything in this one. Remember what I said about fire starters? We've got two. Two makes one. And three gets it done. This did not come with it. The lighter didn't. Like I said, this did come with the kit. That's all I've got in here. So let's open this up. I would like to thank the canteen shop for this, and got this nice top. It also has the Pathfinder emblem on it as well. It's got a strainer. I'll come back to this in a second. Pull this canteen out. I'm really liking how well this is built. This looks very similar to the older military canteens. It's bigger. This is 39 ounces, just under 40. Here's where all the welds are. Now, it took me a while to decide on what I wanted. I looked at several different canteens, Nalgene's, you name it. I've looked at them, and I always kept coming back to this. I think Dave Canterbury and the Canteen Shop, in my opinion, they knocked it out of the park with it. Very good, awesome stuff. They've got both their logos on here. I think that's pretty cool. All right, now we'll talk about the stove for just a second. The stove is very well made. I've used it a few times. This can be a grill. As you saw with my alcohol stove, you can actually take it. The alcohol stove works great underneath it, light it, let it go. I think I boiled about 16 ounces of water, and I brought it to a rolling boil, I want to say in about 3.5 minutes. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, this can also be taken and used in a coal bed. As I said earlier, you can actually grill something on here. Very nice, very sturdy, very strong. Very well made. Good job. Now to the canteen. Now I really like this. As you can see, it nests perfectly down in here. Seals it up, keeps dirt, grind, sand, etc. out of it. It also has in here graduation marks. Goes all the way up to either 700 milliliters or 25 ounces. Same setup as military. It's set up a little differently. Push this top up and it will cut in one motion and it'll fold. Now, one thing I've learned over the years, even with the older military style, if you don't have that right, you can be sitting here like this and it'll dump out. So always check this before you start filling it up and using it. Love the kickstand. As you can see, you can set it down and it doesn't even have to be level or even. You can boil water in it. Another quick feature as we wrap it up here, if you've got this in the water, in the fire and boiling, and you want it, you can take your titanium or whatever and hold it and help pull it on out if you need be. Said we'd go back to this right quick. Canteen Shop did a great job. This fits in perfectly. If you're doing ramen noodles, you can pour it out, no problem. I do enjoy my ramen noodles. At this point, guys and gals, I really like the setup. Really happy with it. To be honest with you, it's really a good set. And there again, if you're thinking at all about getting something like this, go ahead and drop the $100. Get it. They ship fast. They did a great job. I have nothing bad to say. Maybe we'll do a review in a year. See where I'm at with it. Before we go, I will say this. I'm going to do my next video will be a quick review of the Stalking Wolf knife. I appreciate y'all again. Please like, subscribe, share this, and I hope maybe I showed you something in this kit that you'd be like, that's great. I didn't think about that. But anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we'll see you at Turner's Camp, hopefully very soon.